After the success of Avatar: The Last Airbender, creators Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko decide to continue the world building of a new series, a sequel set in a more modern, technological world. And this time, the Avatar would be a woman named Korra rather than a male Aang. Hello and welcome back to Cartoon Panda, where we travel back in time and peek into our favorite cartoons. Today, we are here with Avatar: The Legend of Korra, Book 1, Air. This was initially meant to be a compact follow-up to the beloved Avatar: The Last Airbender series, comprised of 12 episodes. However, the compelling nature of Korra's universe and the rich storytelling potential saw this plan evolve. It expanded into a 4-season adventure, ultimately totaling 52 episodes, allowing fans to explore the modern, technologically advanced world as its new avatar Korra. Book 1 follows 17-year-old Korra coming from the Southern Water Tribe and stepping into the enormous shoes left by Avatar Aang. Determined to master all 4 elements, she heads to the bustling metropolis of Republic City with the goal of learning airbending, the final style she needs to master. There, she faces the Equalists, an anti-bender revolutionary group led by the masked figure Amon. Episode 1. The first episode takes place in the Southern Water Tribe, where members of the Order of the White Lotus visit Korra's family. Their mission seeks to determine the new avatar, having searched unsuccessfully across the northern and southern tribes. Upon their arrival, Korra's mother leads them inside, where young Korra, bursting through a wall, showcases her control over water, earth, and fire, proving herself to be the avatar. 13 years later, an older Korra exhibits her firebending skills, highlighting her strength but also her lack of spiritual understanding, a crucial element the White Lotus believes the Avatar must grasp. Despite this, they agree to allow her to commence airbending training under Tenzin, once Katara supports Korra's plan. Tenzin's arrival with his family brings joy and lighthearted moments, revealing his and Korra's eagerness to start her training. However, Tenzin's duties in Republic City postpone her training, leading to Korra's decision to follow her own path and set off to the city with her loyal companion Naga. Upon arriving, Korra's idealistic views of Republic City quickly face the harsh reality of inequality and conflict, exemplified when she clashes with the local police after intervening in an altercation. Rescued by Tenzin, Korra pleads her case, resulting in Tenzin allowing her to stay and commence her airbending training, recognizing the need for the Avatar to restore balance to the city. This marks the beginning of Korra's challenging yet vital role in Republic City, laying the groundwork for her destiny as the Avatar. Episode 2. The next episode kicks off with Korra fascinated by the thrill of pro bending, a sport combining traditional bending arts and a competitive team spectacle. Despite her eagerness to witness a match firsthand, Tenzin opposes the idea, criticizing pro bending as a departure from the sacred practices of bending. He insists that Korra's priority in Republic City should be mastering airbending, far from excitement and distractions of the city life. To ensure a focused learning environment, the Order of the White Lotus closely monitors her, although Korra can't help but yearn for a taste of the city's vibrancy and excitement. During training with Tenzin, Korra struggles with airbending. The training involves maneuvers through spinning gates without making contact, emphasizing fluidity and adaptability, qualities Korra finds challenging to adopt. Despite her repeated attempts and guided from Tenzin's children, Korra's efforts to breeze through the gates like a leaf are met with frustration and unsuccessful attempts, leading her to question her suitability for airbending. After a display of discontent with her airbending progress, Korra's curiosity about pro-bending reaches a peak. Disregarding Tenzin's prohibition, she stealthily leaves the island and heads to the pro-bending arena, where destiny or perhaps serendipity introduces her to Bolin and Mako, the dynamic siblings and key members of the Fire Ferrets pro-bending team. This encounter not only marks the beginning of new friendships, but also sets the stage for Korra's unanticipated and thrilling entry into the pro-bending world, starting a conflict with Tenzin. Episode 5. This exciting episode opens up with the Fire Ferrets practicing together before the tournament begins, testing their reaction times by targeting each other with their elements. Their equally matched skills result in all 3 being knocked down at the same time, leading to laughter and a shared joy over being reunited as a team. Mako then delivers an inspiring pre-tournament speech, solidifying their determination to win. However, the mood shifts as Asami arrives, highlighting the necessity of the new team uniforms for complete readiness. Mako and Korra's dynamic grows complex, with Korra cringing at Mako and Asami's affectionate gesture. Alone with Bolin, an awkward romantic tension arises, but Korra deflects, leaving for airbending practice with Tenzin. Bolin inquires Mako about Korra being potential girlfriend material, sparking a discussion that reveals Mako's conflicted feelings between Korra and Asami. Meanwhile, Korra seeks romantic advice from Pima, who shares her own love story, adding to Korra's emotional turmoil. Following a dominant pro-match bending victory, Korra confronts Mako about her feelings, leading to a complicated love triangle that impacts the team dynamics and threatens their success in the tournament. Bolin's heartfelt declaration and a sudden date with Korra attempt to lighten the mood, but the team's internal conflict continued to increase, resulting in a dramatic confrontation between Korra and Mako. The episode concludes with a promising outlook for future teamwork and companionship despite the lingering complexities of their relationships. Episode 8. The following episode unfolds with Mako, Bolin, and Asami arriving at an air temple island. They are greeted warmly by Korra and the airbending companions, Ikki, Jinora, and Milo. The comedic touch arrives early when Milo, amazed by Asami's beauty, humorously asks for some of her hair, leading Mako to jest about his newfound rival. The episode peels back another layer of air nomad culture by showcasing the gender-segregated living quarters, setting the stage for a series of personal and comedic exchanges among the characters. Ikki, with a child's inhibited curiosity, stirs the pot by questioning Asami about Korra's feelings for Mako, much to Korra's embarrassment and Asami's surprise. This prompts a swift reaction from Korra, aiming to shield her privacy. The narrative deepens at the Republic City's political stage, with the induction of Saikon as the new chief of police. This transition increases tension between the city's governing bodies and the Avatar, sparked by Tarlok's controversial moves to consolidate power under the guise of combating the equalist threat. Korra's stubborn refusal to bend to Tarlok's machiavellian strategies lead to a confrontational climax, showcasing her as both a fierce warrior and a symbol of resistance against corruption. The formation of a new team Avatar contains the theme of unity and resilience against adversity. Korra, Mako, Bolin, and Asami band together, vowing to protect the city and its inhabitants from emerging threats. However, Tarlok's sinister use of bloodbending, a dark and almost forbidden art, to subdue Korra reveals the depths of his ambition and the challenges that lie ahead for our heroes. The episode closes on a cliffhanger, with Korra captured and her fate uncertain. Episode 10. This episode starts with Korra awakening in a secure environment on Air Temple Island, after her harrowing escape from Tarlok's custody. Mako is observed sitting by her bedside, exhibiting concern and care, while a disheartened Asami watches from a distance, troubled by Mako's evident partiality towards Korra. The scene shifts to a lighter note as Team Avatar, along with Tenzin's family, gather for a comforting meal. Korra, feeling rejuvenated and grateful, thanks Pima for the meal and expresses her relief at being back to her usual self. However, the atmosphere begins to tense when Mako steps into the kitchen to ask for hot water from Asami, sparking a confrontation between them over their strained relationship and his feelings for Korra. Meanwhile, the city's political and security situation intensifies as Tenzin and Lin Bofeng learn about Amon's audacious actions against Tarlok and his plans for Republic City. The episode captures a blend of personal dilemmas and the looming threat over Republic City, setting the stage for imminent confrontations and alliances as Team Avatar prepares to face the Equalist uprising head-on. Episode 12. This is the last episode of Book 1, where intense battles and emotional confrontations bring the story to a thrilling climax. Bolin, Asami, and Iroh, on their mission to disable the Equalist airbase, get caught by an electrified fence, rendering their plan more challenging. At the same time, Korra exposes Amon at the Equalist victory rally, revealing his true identity as Noatak and a Bender, challenging his fabricated past and intentions. Despite her efforts, Amon manages to captivate his audience until fate reveals his true nature. The episode also highlights personal resolve and bravery, especially from Asami, who rejects her father's manipulative attempts at reconciliation, underscoring her strong character and independence. During all the conflict, Korra and Mako face Amon directly, leading to Korra discovering her capacity for airbending in a moment of desperation, a pivotal turn in her Avatar journey. The episode reaches to its end with tragic family dynamics between Noatak and Tarlok, hinting at the complexity of villainy and the consequences of revenge. Korra, believing she has lost her bending abilities, undergo a profound spiritual awakening with Aang's guidance, restoring her bending and establishing her connection with her past lives. The narrative concludes on a note of renewal and hope as Korra, now fully realized as the Avatar, heals Len Beifeng, symbolizing her readiness to face future challenges. So this was the end of Book 1, with a satisfying resolution to the conflicts and character arcs. But as in life, there are always new challenges and adventures awaiting us. And for Korra and her friends, there will be many more to come. Stay tuned for Book 2, Spirit, where we will witness the journey of our heroes to restore balance between the spirit and human worlds.